Good morning, my teachers and friends. In this occasion, our group that consists of me, Marlon, Christian, Steffi, Michael, Slevin, and Quinsha are going to explain about Sulphur Cycle. So, what is Sulphur Cycle? Sulphur Cycle is a biogeochemical cycle that describes how sulfur moves through the biosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere. The cycle involves both natural and human-driven process.
Okay, so we will move on to the key processes in the sulfur cycle. For the first one, we have volcanic activity. And for the second one, we have sulfur oxidations. And next, for the third one, we have depositions. And for the fourth one, we have weathering. And for the fifth one, we have assimilations. And for the sixth one, we have decompositions. And last, for the seventh one, we have mineralizations. Okay, so we will describe the first one, that is volcanic activity. So in volcanic activity, volcanoes naturally emit H2S and SO2, while industries burning fossil fuels release large amount of SO2, which oxidizes into SO3 and forms H2SO4 when mixed with water. And this will lead to acid rain, pollutions, and even climate impacts.
Next, after the sulfur is released to the atmosphere, the next stage is oxidation. Oxidation is the process of sulfur compounds react with oxygen or other oxidizing agents. First, in the atmosphere, hydrogen sulfide will be oxidized into sulfur dioxide and will be oxidized again into sulfur trioxide. And then sulfur trioxide will react with water and form sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid in the cloud will mix with rainwater and lead to acid rain. In addition, oxidation also happens in water and soil. Microorganisms such as Theobacillus and Biogeochemical oxidize elemental sulfur into sulfate, which is used by plants for protein and enzyme synthesis. The next and the last one is deposition. After oxidation, the sulfur will be returned to the Earth's surface. Yes, this is what we call as deposition. There are two main types of deposition: wet depositions and dry depositions. First, wet depositions happens through acid rain. The effects are damaged plants, reducing fertility, and lower soil pH. The next one is dry depositions. Sulfur settles directly on Earth's surface with dry depositions. For example, sulfur dioxide will be absorbed by plants and soil, and sulfate is also an essential nutrition for plants. And dry depositions is more common in area with low rainfall.
Weathering. Sulfur is naturally found in rocks and minerals. Over time, this rock breaks down due to rain, wind, and temperature change. This process releases sulfur into the soil and water in the form of sulfate, SO4-2, and then next, assimilation. Plants take in the sulfate and convert it into organic sulfur compounds, which are essential for their growth.
Decomposed organisms break down the remains of their plants and animals. During this process, sulfur-containing compounds in the organic matter. Decomposed organisms break down the remains of their plants and animals. During this process, sulfur-containing compounds in the organic matter are converted into simple forms, like hydrogen sulfide or sulfate ions. These sulfur compounds are then released back into the soil, where they can be used by plants. Certain other microorganisms that lie in the soil also convert this inorganic matter.
So, sulfur plays a role in the formation of proteins and enzymes in living organisms. But sulfur can also contribute to air pollution, etc. Sulfur also supports the food chain in the ocean, like phytoplankton. Sulfate can also be an essential nutrition for plants. For example, sulfate used as a fertilizer or pesticide. So the conclusion is that the sulfur cycle is a vital biogeochemical process that moves sulfur through the atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere, supporting life through amino acids and proteins. Natural processes like volcanic emissions, weathering, and microbial activity drive the cycle, but human activities such as burning fossil fuels have disrupted, causing acid rains and pollution. Managing the sulfur cycle is essential for our ecological balance and reducing environmental harm. So that is for our sulfur cycle presentation. Thank you for your attention and God bless you all.